episode, we finally get to unbox an awesome Masters of the Universe figure that came all the way from Wales in the UK. So, stick around. Fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name's Rob, and in this episode we are going to be unboxing Masters of the Universe Origins figure, Fisto. Now, the awesome thing about this figure was it was given to me by an awesome viewer by the name of John. And if you remember, we unboxed an awesome gift package from him that was chock full of just great 80s toy awesomeness. This was included as a special bonus gift that I could not even fathom the words of appreciation for just thinking of me and getting me an awesome gift. Especially this Masters of the Universe figure, Fisto. Now, I have had a horrible time finding Masters of the Universe figures on store shelves around my area. So, getting one all the way from the UK is just an added bonus of getting a great figure. Now, I had this figure growing up, and I actually got him, I think, for Christmas one year with Stridor. Not the 2-pack, but both separate. And I have some great memories of this figure, and I am so excited to open this guy up and see what he has to offer. Anyway, John sent me an email after the fact that explained to me that he was able to find this in a Smythe's toy store in Wales. And I wish we had still independently run or franchised toy stores here in America. Unfortunately, we're kind of stuck with the Walmarts and Targets and Amazons of the world, and we're lucky to get what we get, unless you pounce on it early, pre-order, and sell a lung or your left arm. But anyway, yeah, awesome gift from John, and he actually gave me a second gift that he might not be aware of, and you all might not be aware of. See, when the Masters of the Universe Origins line first hit the shelves last year, I found the first wave everywhere. My local Walmart had them falling off the pegs. There were so many of them. And I picked up the ones that I wanted at the time, and fortunately when I went back to pick up some of the stragglers, they were nowhere to be found. Now, all they have are He-Man and Skeletor by the buttload, and yeah, I thought about picking them up just to get them and maybe modify them some way. But anyway, like I said, the second gift that he was able to give me with this awesome figure is that I created a segment intro for unboxing Masters of the Universe figures. So, ever since I made that little intro, I don't think I've been able to unbox a Masters of the Universe figure to go along with it. So, yeah, a special gift for me that I finally get to use the intro that I made. So, without further ado, roll the tape! Okay, folks, here we go. Masters of the Universe Origins Fisto. And first thing, let me point out, like I did when I opened it a little bit ago, this doesn't have the, 2021, 2020, whatever year logo on the packaging like the American version does. Now, I say that out of turn. I don't know if that's a UK thing, a European thing, an American thing, a different wave thing. I'm not sure. Hopefully, sooner or later, I'll get some more Masters of the Universe Origins figures to open up, and we can compare it to those. So, anyway, this dude came all the way from the UK, which is awesome. That adds to his awesome factor. On top of that, this was a figure I had as a kid growing up, and I absolutely loved it. And like I said, I got it for a Christmas present with Stridor, and they weren't in a 2-pack together, which I think they were sold as sometime along the line, but I got them separately and they just kind of went together. I think Fisto was seen in the marketing, artwork and everything with Strider, so just went hand in hand. Fist and hoof, however you want to say it. Anyway, as we can see, it includes a comic just like the OG ones did, so super awesome. And one day I hope to get that Dark Horse collection of the mini comics, because I would love to reread those again. Those are just chock full of so much world building awesomeness that you didn't see in the cartoon. Anyway, let's take a look at this, and I'm sorry for the glare, but he's not going to be in the package long, so we won't have to worry about that. So let's flip him over here and look at this awesome artwork. Here he is fighting Jitsu, and he's got his cool katana. Here's Stridor, like I said, and here's Fisto getting ready to punch the crap out of him. So neat background. They're like fighting on a large tree, like a world tree. And we got this really interesting fortress, castle, stronghold here on the side with a big winch. And it looks like there's some kind of animal head here above the door of it. So I wonder what this is, and forgive me if I'm just ignorant to it. It could be something from the She-Ra toy line or something that I'm just not familiar with, but forgive me if I am ignorant to what this awesome place is, but it looks pretty rad and I would love to have that as a playset. So anyway, we have the directions of, hey, here's his awesome sword and how he holds it, and he can chop with that hand, or you can spin his waist and he punches things. Simple yet effective. So within this line we got He-Man, Faker, and Skeletor. He-Man and Skeletor, I mean, like I said, they are everywhere. And yeah, could not find Fisto, Evelyn, or Merman anywhere. Now, Merman is one that I want desperately, and the one in the Power Lords line, if I'm not mistaken, that has the awesome fins on his head that the original one didn't have, but was featured in the mock-up toys. I'm sure there is a bunch of awesomeness that shows that this is an international toy and has probably a lot of literature and verbiage on it that ours don't, but without having something to compare it to, I can just say it's awesome no matter what. But anyway, let's crack this guy open and check him out. I can say just from first impressions, looks like he has his awesome armor as he did in the originals. So here's the comic, Sucker Punch. Now, He-Man, why are you going to hit him in the back of the head? That's not very nice. So here we go. Still has his plastic wrap and rubber bands around him, and his awesome sword. God, Masters of the Universe toys had some awesome... Uh-oh. Whew. Whew, didn't hurt the comic, thank God. Let's get the comic out of... Oh my God, stop sticking to it. Gently pull that out. Get out of here so I don't hurt you. Had some awesome swords, like I was saying. I mean, even a character like Triclops that had an awesome action figure feature with the different eyes even had an awesome sword. I mean, did he really need it? No. Did it fit his background of the character? Yes. But like I said, he came with awesome features as it is. They didn't need to package an awesome sword with him too to still have a radical action figure. Anyway, here we go. First thing, big difference from the original, the articulation. Look at this. What a bonus. I mean, he looks like the original just standing here, but you have these awesome posability features. Look at that, legs. They even twist. Great movability of the head. Wow, they sure have come a long way.
I love these figures just for the nostalgic look of them and the awesome playability of them. Now, I'm sorry, I just have to check out this armor because I loved the characters with this type of armor, like Mech and all. And I can tell you right now, it's not that hard clamshell kind of material that the original. It's pliable, rubbery, and it doesn't snap at the shoulders and the sides. It just snaps at the sides. And I'm not going to rip it off because I think I might have to remove the head to get it off properly, and we're not going to do that to this poor dude. I mean, awesome mustache and beard. One of probably the coolest of 80s action figures. Look at that. Look at that handsome man. Looks like he could double as a barbershop quartet singer. So, let's get this sword out and check out. Get that tape out of here. Evil tape. Yep, this is taped up pretty good as well. But hey, it's a sword, so let's cut it free. Yeah! Very good reproduction of the original sword. Fits splendidly in his hand. I mean, imagine this. Coming across this dude on the battlefield where it's, well, I could punch you or I could cut you. You take your pick. What's it gonna be, Sonny? The blade or the fist? And let's check this action feature out. He's gonna punch. Oh, it's not spring loaded, but you can still pow, pow. Or yeah, yeah. Awesome. Now, before we go any further, let me just say, again, thank you, John, so much. This is really bringing back a lot of great memories to me of getting this dude for Christmas. But I could have never imagined as a kid having this awesome posability with my Masters of the Universe figures. Want a knuckle sandwich? Boom! So, one of the things John asked for in his email was he wondered what Fisto would look like with the land shark. So let's show him, shall we? Gotta get back to Skeletor with this land shark. Hey, who's that in front of me? Stop right there, Beastman. What are you gonna do about it? I'm gonna do this. Yeah! Boom! Mine now, sucker. Mine now, fuzzy face. Anyway, just to give a quick review, if you will, about how they fit into the original vehicles, it's a little different. I mean, I noticed it with Beastman that without having like the rubber band here at like the groin, they're not as posable within the vehicles. So that's why he kind of is leaning back. There we go. That's pretty good. So he's coming at you. What a handsome dude. Like I've said, Fisto, man, you are awesome. So there he is in the land shark, John, and it's awesome. I love this land shark. I have it on my shelf because it's just, I mean, it's the bomb. Rah, rah, rah. Hey, give me my car back. Nope. Ah! Anyway, let's take a look at the comic now, shall we? Let's put that there with land shark chomping down on Beastman. And here's one cool thing I've noticed with the figures too. You get this cool diagram that shows you all the pieces that can pop off, and they're made with a modular nature. I guess it's for maybe customizing your characters. I mean, I've kind of thought about picking up the Skeletor and He-Man because they're in such an abundance and in the clearance aisle, and trying to cobble together some new figures and paint them and whatnot. So, I mean, Mattel is all about that by including this. So let's take a look at the comic super quick. Now, granted, this is all new art. They're not reproductions of the original comic. But look, there's He-Man in the Land Shark. What gives? Oh, I should have did that to Beastman. Just pow! Knock some teeth out of the Land Shark. Oh, He-Man hit him with a club. Pow, pow! He's out for the count. Oh, he's in a dungeon. Oh, bang, bong! He ricochets off the door. He-Man, what is up, my man? Why are you being a jerk? Look, he's like, hey, leave me alone. There he is. Haha, I leave you to it, Fisto. And then he laughs. Ha 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 ha. And he's like, wait a minute. That's not He-Man's laugh. Pow, sucker. Oh, it's Fakor. And look, oh, he's sparking. Schooled him. Oh, they're at Snake Mountain. Oh, poor Fakor, he's dead. Haha, that's okay. I have 1,000,000 more. And end the story. It's like the silent issue. There's no word bubbles at all, but we had fun with it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. I mean, do I ever give a bad review of the... I mean, I give bad reviews, but I never review the toys badly because they're all awesome. So anyway, back to me.
I hope you all enjoyed that unboxing. Man, it is such a thrill to get a figure like that I loved as a kid back in my hands again. Albeit not the original from the 80s, but a pretty darn close facsimile of it that still invokes those pangs of nostalgia that make me feel super happy. So thank you, John, for giving me that happiness by sending me Fisto from all the way across the pond. I mean, yeah, selfless act. You are such an awesome dude, and I thank you yet again. And thank you for that care package of all those awesome 80s toys. I mean, I still look at them lovingly on the shelf, and I'm just, yeah, still overtaken with how generous you were and how awesome of an act that was. So thank you, John, so very much. With all that being said, let me say again, thank you, John, and thank you for the awesome care package that you sent with all those awesome 80s toys. I mean, I still have them displayed on the shelves, and I look at them and it just fills my heart with your generosity and just how awesome the memories are of having some of these figures. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everybody. And if you're new around here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you will be notified whenever there's a new episode. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad and stay dorky.